Hello everyone, today we're going to discuss the subject why anarchism is idealistic. With that, I'll turn the subject to my grandson Tristan. Go ahead, Tristan.
All right, thank you. So this video was kind of requested by a viewer of the channel, so thank you for requesting this. It was a pretty good idea, so thanks for the idea. Thanks for letting me steal your idea and make it into a video. So yeah. Anyway, today this viewer in question wanted me to kind of explain my opinion, explain my view of why anarchism is idealistic as a philosophy. So I want to specify here, I don't mean idealistic in the philosophical sense. So I don't mean like idealism like, Berkeleyan philosophy or like Hegelian philosophy or like idealist philosophy. I mean idealist in the sense of like unrealistic, right? That's kind of what I'm saying idealistic as, right? So the reason why I think anarchism is idealistic and unrealistic is because anarchism, it strives for a society in which the state is abolished. So the state is destroyed immediately upon the success of the revolution, right? So you have a society without a state, and then you also have global capitalist powers. So obviously, I think that this society without a state, it's not going to have a centralized governmental system. It's not going to have a centralized military system. It's not going to have a centralized, it's not going to have a central authority. It's not going to have a central government in general. So therefore, it's not going to have a central authority of defense. So it's not going to be able to defend itself in a unified, kind of coherent way.
Vulnerable.
Yeah, so, because of this, I think that anarchism is quite vulnerable. An anarchist society would be quite vulnerable, especially within the context of global capitalism, right? So you have, the vast majority of countries that exist globally being capitalist, and of course, the biggest country in the world that exists, America, the most powerful country that exists, is a capitalist country that constantly engages in imperialist warfare and just gets richer because of it and more powerful because of it. I think it's very naive to think that, your anarchist society that doesn't have a centralized method of defense and is, very decentralized, and, the only method of defense that it would have really is kind of just decentralized militias. I think it's very unrealistic to say that this society would be able to defend itself, not only from global capitalist powers, but from even the US, like let's say even just the US is capitalist at this time, right? Even to defend yourself against the US only, let alone global capitalism, would be impossible for a anarchist society that doesn't have a centralized method of defense. So yeah, and because the US constantly, as we've seen, engages in imperialistic warfare against non-capitalist nations, I just don't think the idea of having an anarchist society that lasts more than a week is realistic. I think it's very idealistic and
will not stand on its feet.
Yeah, I think it's very idealistic and very utopian.
Vulnerable, yeah.
So that would pretty much wrap up the subject and wrap up the video. If you have any critiques of my argument here, I'd love to hear them. I love to learn more, and if I'm wrong, please tell me. But thank you for watching. That would pretty much wrap up the video. Thanks.
Thank you.